Yeah, I really wouldn't advise that. The remnant's interior core is 50 degrees below its exterior,
Already wearing gloves.
which will protect you if it's a biological agent.
In your corners, nerds. Why are we talking bioagents then?
The remnant's interior core is refrigerated, suggesting that whatever's inside is organic, so maybe a super tiny puppy, but also maybe the plague.
And you were just gonna laser it in half. It was a test, she passed. So we aren't any closer to opening it.
It depends. Would you take off your shirt?
See, hang on a second. That would be a line that I would cut. Because that line is between two characters that are off screen.
Wait, which one? Which
Where
one?
he says, and you were going to just laser it in half.
It was a test.
That would be a line that I would cut.
Okay.
Because that line is between somebody over there and him and has nothing to do, you know what I mean? And now, like, what is she doing for that line? Watching those two make a little quip that has nothing to do with her audition. That's an example of it. Okay, continue.
Depends. Would you take off your shirt?
I'm sure Zeph has a perfectly valid reason for wanting you to get naked.
It's not anything weird. I just want to attach these.
How's this not weird again?
I just want to see how your brain reacts to certain stimuli. Now, would you prefer to swallow this, or should I just rub it on you?
Okay, great. So now here, did you verb this?
Not the section, no.
See here, because why would you say, like, you're apologizing to the person to say that this is not weird, like the previous line to that, what is it, Casey? I'm sure Zeph has a perfectly valid reason for wanting to get you naked. And then your line is not for anything weird. What would that be?
What would something weird be? Why would it?
No, what would the verb to that be? What are you saying?
I want to assure, like.
Good. You're not assuring.
Okay.
So that's what I mean. If you know what the verb is, then you're gonna go, okay, you need to really make sure you're assuring.
Great.
As opposed to apologizing, as opposed to demonstrating. They're all different values, okay?
Yeah.
So if you're gonna use a third person, normally I try to stick with one reader. I'll let the one reader be all three people, right? Rather than putting somebody over here and putting a third person over here, get rid of them and just make them all this person, okay?
Great.
But play the verb,
Okay.
or else you're just running lines.
Depends. Would you take your shirt off?
I'm sure Zeph has a perfectly valid reason for wanting to get you naked.
It's not anything weird. I just want to attach these.
How is this not weird again?
I just want to see how your brain reacts to certain stimuli. Now, would you prefer to swallow this, or should I just rub it on you?
Okay. Would you like to just tell me when this stops being weird? I may have told her about your amazing adventures with the green plasma.
Yeah, from Johnny's explanation, it sounds like the plasma might be some sort of conduit for Helen consciousness. So my current theory is that your ability to manipulate the green plasma might be the key to opening it. Come on, magic boy. That's science.
Such a weird scene, right? But it shows like real geeky science. Like you could clearly play that based on your hit. You're familiar with those expressions and that, like, right? You could play that white lab coat. I don't know if you have glasses or anything like that. I wouldn't wear glasses myself, but you know, if you have them sort of hanging out at the side, kind of thing. What do you got? A couple of test tubes on the go here.
What are these props?
Yeah.
They're like a string of like those things you connect, and then there's like a small vial. Yeah.
Okay. And so you need him to do what? What is it you want him to do?
I want, which one? The guy who I'm asking to take his shirt off?
Yeah.
Okay, I need him to take it off, and then so I can attach these and then put the plasma on it, or he can swallow it so I can see how it reacts.
And then what's going to happen? What
Well,
are we
hopefully
looking
from
at?
that I'll be able to study how his body, like if it's what parts of his body are giving off the energy, so that hopefully we can then manipulate those same like energy, this
Pathways.
word? Yeah, pathways, to open the remnant.
Okay, good. So it's what's clear here is that you know what you're talking about, right? So slow down,
Okay.
because we don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? If we were watching the whole show, and if we were watching it every week, then we kind of get an idea of what the show is all about. But in terms of right now, or who's ever in the room, they always need to know that you're in control of your dialogue, your understanding of the situation, etc., etc. Does that make sense? So slow down again, please.